Hello, and I'm excited to share this training with you today. I want to help you define your offer. This is it's brand new training. So I currently have offer clarity and offer training in my current program, but I'm actually going to be updating my program with this training. Essentially, we're going to go into a bit more detail, but for now, this is basically it. This is like the latest version, the version 3 of my offer training. That's going to go into my paid program, but I want to give it to you as a gift, just to help you get started. So defining your offer is step 1 of a pretty big process. It's important to dial it in and make sure it's done properly, of course, but what comes after your offer creation is just as important, if not more. Knowing how to position yourself, knowing how to market it, what to do, what to say, how to actually build an online course business and actually generate revenue and get clients. So that's something I specialize in. If you didn't know already, I have a coaching program that can help you do this. So if you know you're going to be stuck, not just with your offer, but everything else that revolves around that offer, then I'd strongly suggest just booking in a call. So on this handout that you'll be getting with this video, if you ask for it, of course, is this link here. This allows you to just fill out a quick application, tell us a bit more about you, and then we can just jump on a 45-minute chat with the team and see how we can help. But for now, let's proceed. So all about defining your offer. So maybe you've got an offer right now, you've got an idea of an online course, or you do have an online course, but you still need help just defining it, making it crystal clear for you first, and then when you communicate it to your audience, so they understand exactly what you do and how you can help them. Let's just run through it. Let's not fanny about any longer. So we are defining your offer. So these are the core fundamentals, really. These are what you need to firmly establish what you do, who you help, and how you help them. I'd always suggest using something like Trello, a Trello board. Just Google Trello if you've never heard of it. It's basically a digital sticky note system where you can write on these little sticky note. They're called cards, and drag them around and across, and it helps you just visualize what's in there on something digital. I use it all the time. So use Trello to start defining these processes, or fundamentals rather. Step 1 is the niche or niche, depending where you're from in the country or in the world. So your niche is your defined group of people to focus on. That simple. If you're thinking of teaching photography, your niche is photographers. Obviously, you can break it down into specific types: portrait, wedding, etc. But define your initial niche to begin with. And typically, if you're going to be teaching someone else something that you already know, you already kind of know that niche because you should be in it right now. You can't viably teach someone else, a niche that you have no experience in. That's a whole other matter. But you should already know pretty much what your niche is based on your own passion and expertise right now. So goals: what do people in this niche want? Ultimately, what they're looking to achieve. So base that on your own experience as well. Again, if you're teaching this stuff, you should pretty much know what your own initial goals were to help understand what other people want to achieve as well. On top of that, get out into the world, see what people are posting in other groups and what questions they're asking, or people that you know in person within your industry or chosen topic niche. Understand what they're looking to achieve first, then we can reverse engineer that and understand the roadblocks that are stopping them from getting there. And that's where this comes in. Problems. What do people in this niche struggle with? Again, go back to your own experience, understand what you struggle with when you're starting out or through that journey, and also ask people directly what they're stuck on. That's stopping them from progressing in their own, goals. And then solutions. What are the solutions to these problems? What specific steps do you know are needed and required to overcome these problems to attain that goal within that particular niche? Again, based off your own experience and also based off what you know within this industry. Does your experience solve these problems? Your own experience, your own journey, does it solve these problems that already exist? Or do you need to go out and find more problems and solutions first? And then values. What principles will you use to form your own style and breed results? Again, we're not going to copy and paste what other people are doing. We never want to do that. That's awful. You want to look within, see what's important to you, See what's important to getting your clients results and what values will you use to achieve that. That's it. Very, very important. Like, do you want to obviously be truthful? Do you want to be upfront and transparent, direct and to the point, playful? Is it going to be fun? What values do you hold to yourself first that you want to instill down into your own offer? Once that's established, then we begin the creative process. And I like to call this the friend in the weekend protocol. I've done videos about this in the past, but it's always been just me talking on a live at the beach or something, and I've never had anything kind of more visual. But the overview of the friend in the weekend protocol is obvious. Let's say you're awesome at what you do. Again, we use the wedding photographer as an example. You're great at what you do. You've got a friend who, let's say, just starting out in photography, or they've done it for a while and they want to kind of level up and get to where you are. Bring them around for a weekend. You don't have to physically do this, but mentally visualize it. It might help to actually do this, but at least for now, mentally visualize you've got a friend coming around for the weekend or for a long day. In what order would you teach them the process that you know to get to where you are right now? All the things that you've had to do in a specific order, or things that you've had to learn to be able to get to what you're doing right now. What do they need to know, ideally in what specific order, for them to achieve the same results? Not necessarily straight away, but once they learn this process and start to implement it, how quickly can they get up and running and get to your level? Is it a few months, a few years? It shouldn't take a few years, but that depends on your niche and your background. But yeah, always have that in mind when you're creating this offer structure. So yeah, these are just ideas and frameworks to kind of help you mold what's going to be in your course, in your offer. So innovation begins with frustration. Why are people stuck? Again, that kind of goes back to the problems, but you can expand on that. What's stopping, let's say, your friend that's coming around for a weekend, what do you know they are stuck on right now, or will be stuck on before they even realize it, that's going to stop them from moving forwards? Pretty straightforward, isn't it? This is a good one. How can you make the process fun and fast? Fast isn't as important. Fun, it's important to enjoy the process. It can't be mundane. It can't be death by PowerPoint. Obviously, we use slides and scripts and the written word to help. But how can you teach this in a natural, neutral way? Again, just like if you've got a friend coming around, it's going to be casual, isn't it? You're not going to kind of bring a fucking whiteboard out and do this. Do it in a natural, easy to understand way, so the complete beginner can understand it, as well as someone that's kind of has an understanding but still needs help. You need to really, really dial it back so it's fun, entertaining, enjoyable, educational. How can you do that? What parts can you remove? Can you make it as simple as possible? The path to least resistance. There might be loads of stuff that you could teach them, but what can you strip out to give them, again, that direct route from where they are now to where they want to get to? Just remove all the fluff and keep a straight line of do these specific things in this specific order, and you'll get there faster and easier. Reference others in the space, but don't copy, as I mentioned earlier, don't try and copy and paste. Don't just try and do the exact same thing that someone else is doing. Make it your own. There's obviously no harm in doing market research, seeing what other offers are out there, seeing how they're structuring it to a degree, but don't let that completely influence your own way of creating your own unique offer, because that will just, then you won't stand out. You need to be unique. You need to have your own expertise and also fully understand what it is that you're teaching. If you try and just copy and teach what other people are teaching, it's not a good look. It's not going to breed results. It really isn't. So use your own senses and imagination. Trust your ability to figure things out. So again, you should be teaching something that you already know. Just do that. Don't try and reinvent the model, the process that you've already done. Just condense and reverse engineer what you've already done based off your own intuition, based on what you had to figure out by yourself because you had to do it. There was a necessity for you to figure things out, seek help where possible, and now you're here. That's what you need to just inject into this offer, is that sense of discovery, and full confidence that you can help these people. So something magic happens when you create something that's real. That's the same point essentially. But if you're creating something from scratch, from something that you're creating from there and there, it's nothing is better. It makes it unique. It makes the experience powerful. It really does. So again, don't try and copy what other people are doing. Reference it where possible, where it makes sense to do so, and that's it. And talk to friends and colleagues in your niche all the time, basically, all the time. So if you do have friends within your industry, get constant feedback from them. Be like, hey, I'm working on this offer, this model, this structure of what I'm going to be teaching people. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if there's something that you see is glaringly obvious that should be in there or something that shouldn't be in there, and just get the constant feedback. Again, you can do little beta groups. You can get people in that are interested and run them through initial ideas. Always have a feedback loop where possible with someone in your industry that you can bounce these ideas off. Another good one, imagine the future of your space. Where obviously getting ahead of yourself right now, but create an offer where you can see it's got legs, sustainability. It's essentially future-proof. How can you create this so it's, a tangible thing that can help people for many, many years to come? And how can it be innovative enough to achieve that? This is crucial. Solve your own problems if you haven't already. Be, the control number one. Like, again, you can't teach someone if you haven't done it yourself. That's at the foreground of this entire operation. You can't teach someone if you haven't done it yourself. So I do, obviously people want to create business, generate revenue, of course, but some people want to skip the part where they know exactly what they're doing and just create an offer to try and teach people what they think they know. Again, it's going to fall flat immediately. You're not going to get results. It's not going to last. So if you haven't got to this point first, do that. Do the thing that you're going to be teaching first. It's so important. I mean, I should put this at the top really, but it's an obvious thing, isn't it? Get it right and prove it. Once you've done that, then you can reverse engineer it. That makes the teaching process so much easier. Much like my business, my coaching program, everything I teach is everything I've done first in my own business. I couldn't fathom teaching what I teach in my program without having done it myself, because when people ask me questions, they join these coaching calls with me. How am I supposed to answer something if I don't know the answer to it because I haven't done it myself? Unfortunately, that again happens, but in other programs I hear. But it's just a common sense thing, isn't it? If you're not truly confident and you haven't done the thing that you're teaching, don't teach it. Do it first. And this is optional. So if you do want to teach something, but there's people in your industry, maybe you've got a friend or a work colleague or someone further ahead of you that is teaching something that you'd love to kind of share that knowledge and wisdom with your clients, then potentially you can collaborate with them. So they could do some training in your program, or you could work with them for a few days, a few weeks, understand their process, let them teach you that process with their, permission to then teach it in your program. 9 out of 10 times this is not required. 99% of the time it's not required. But some people do want to collaborate with other people in their space, in their industry, which is awesome, which is fine. Do that if that makes sense to do so. Whatever gets the job done to help your clients move forwards. And this is critical. Obviously, marketing, messaging, positioning, it's important. But if the offer isn't strong enough, if the end goal isn't clear enough by what you're going to teach in the mechanic of the offer, you can't sell it. Like, you could try all the different NLP techniques and all the cheesy bullshit that some gurus do, all the marketing, to sell something that shouldn't be sold, basically. When the offer does the job, when the offer is clear and concise and can genuinely help someone, and they can see that, then it will sell itself. That's it. Then all you need to do is just put that into, essentially an elevator pitch, do some, strong, clear and concise marketing with like a good webinar, masterclass. That really is it. If you have how to sell it first in mind, don't. Focus on the offer and the quality of the offer first. Then the marketing part is pretty easy, to be honest. So hopefully that's helping. Then what are the next steps? So if you haven't already, define your fundamentals here. Again, use Trello. Start brainstorming using the creative process above. Again, that's all going to tap into these fundamentals here. And then to do the next step, to actually have something written and that's solid, I want you to define your offer on a one-page overview and click this, and it will take you to that overview worksheet. So what I've done is I've done a example of my own business for you to reference. Oh, and by the way, if you ever want to create a copy of this, don't hit, request access to edit. Don't do that. It's annoying. I get an email about it. I'll ignore it. But what you can do is just hit File, make a copy, and then that copy is yours. You can edit it. You can do what you want with it. But yeah, don't request access to this document because that will just piss me off. So anyway, once you're ready, hit that, and that takes you to this. Again, you can do your own copy, File, and then make a copy, and then it's yours. And then you can start filling in these spaces here. So obviously you might not have a course or offer title just yet. That's fine. Just put a working title. I'm going to give you an exact direct example of mine. So obviously my coaching program, if you didn't know, is Organic Course Selling Mastery, the same name as the free group that you're in right now. I've got a paid program and group for this program. And this is what I figured out by using my own fundamental strategy. So it helps experts in any industry and niche sell their knowledge online. It focuses on one simple to implement path for the least resistance. Again, these are things that I know from my own experience and journey. By removing the noise and having one path to success, it just reduces a lot of stress, a lot of headaches. And that's what I want to teach in this program. Again, to help people like yourself expedite the process from idea to 6 or even 7 figures with the easiest path possible. And it's designed to help anyone with any skill or experience level succeed. Again, it doesn't matter where you're from, your background, or tech experience. If you're in your early 20s or late 60s, I want this to be as simple and as easy to follow as possible. And it is. So it teaches one way to sell it only, Facebook organic. I've got some optional training. I'll explain that later. But the primary focus of all you need to get to 6 figures truly is Facebook organic. That's why I teach it. And it removes 99% of all the headaches. Again, with paid ads. Again, I've tried them. Expensive, tough, difficult. There's obviously things like email lists and podcasts. There's loads of things that you could do. Of course, they all work. But you don't need it, at least for now. Just when we focus and master one thing, everything else is easier. So I teach the online course model, teach you to make your own online course. It removes, the one-to-one consulting work, the calendar filling, soul sapping, energy killing, one-to-one work that a lot of people get stuck into. Helps you just make a scalable business that's less stressful. And it uses easy to follow, self-paced online training portal. So people log in their own time, follow the training in their own time. And then when they do get stuck, we have weekly live coaching calls with me and a supportive community group for questions. And it's a supportive, collaborative client community that feels like home. Bit cheesy, but true. We've got a great supportive community of people that are always asking questions. Everyone's jumping in and helping and supporting and giving ideas and feedback and sharing wins. It's a really nice, fun place to be and hang out with people like us. And again, I've defined my structure so you can define your own structure in your own program. So week 1, we define the offer. Again, just like this little nugget of what I'm teaching now, this is one small part of the big process that I've just covered. So week 1, defining your offer and your mindset. I teach, biohacking for peak performance, all these things that people don't even think about they need. I know that they need, like how to focus, how to, set up your desk and work area, how to just get the most of each day by, optimizing your sleep and your energy and your diet. And obviously time management as well. That's something I teach, again, based off experience, based off, I don't know what spectrum I'm on. I struggle to focus, to be honest. So if I don't have time management and task tracking skills, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. So I teach this stuff. And that's all in week 1. Then week 2, it's the basic fundamentals of setting up your profile and your group, tools and design training, just to get all the basics in and locked in to prepare you for the weeks to come in the training. Week 3 is the full organic content strategy, everything that you need to communicate with your audience on Facebook. Scripts, templates, examples, based off my own business to help you do it. Just everything you need. That's all, that's a huge week in and of itself. Week 4, this is where you start to create your online course from scratch. We reverse, we don't reverse, we just put into action everything that you've done to create and craft your offer, and we start building it. How that looks like, what tech you need, cameras, gear, is it going to be video, is it going to be audio only, is it going to be slides, what format it's going to be, how to actually record it and edit it and upload it, where to host it, everything that you need from start to finish to have an online course built, ready to go, ready to sell. Then week 5, the selling part. If you want to create webinars, I show you how to do that based off my own 7-figure webinars. I give you the scripts and the templates. I give you my 7-figure business selling strategy to sell your online course, done from someone that's actually done it. A huge week. I mean, all you really need is these first 5 weeks to make 6 figures, to be honest. But when you're ready to scale and go high ticket, if you haven't been on high ticket already, high ticket is essentially pricing. So some people want to charge, let's say, $1,000 or below. That's fine. All you need to do that is weeks 1 to 5. If you want to charge, let's say, 3 to 10K for your offer, week 6 is for you. I show you how to do that. So how to go high ticket, what to do, what to charge. I show you my full high ticket funnel creation process. I show you how to do that in Kajabi. How to close on the call. I give you, again, templates and call scripts and examples. Again, based off almost 2,000 calls I've done in my own business. How to close and charge high ticket on a call, and how to book calls as well. Everything that you need, basically, to get to 7 figures and beyond. Then week 7, we have team building. How to bring on your first team members. Who and how to hire them. How to train them. Get them, rolling in the business. Primary focus here is how to find your first call setter, and then from there we'll expand on how to find your own closer to take calls for you and make sales. That's in there. That's in week 7. And then week 8, this is bonus, optional YouTube ad training. You don't need it. Some people ask for it, so I added it in there just for fun. It helps you get to 6 figures a month in revenue. It's awesome. Again, it's optional. So that's my structure. Again, if that sounds like fun, reach out. I can help you on board into this strategy, into this process I've just covered. But also use this, again, as an example of how to start understanding how you're going to structure your own offer. That's the whole point. And then finally, what community is your offer going to have? So in my case, I've got the Organic Course Selling Mastery Inner Circle community group. This is where my clients collaborate with other members and ask questions. Are you going to have something similar? And I also have a weekly 2-hour group coaching call with me personally. Everybody jumps on board. It's a Q&A style. People jump on board. They ask questions. I get each individual on, answer their questions until they're happy, then move on to the next person. It's amazing. Very, very efficient. Are you going to have something like that as well? That's it. Again, hopefully that was a long video. Hopefully it was very, very useful. I want you to actually use this strategy to help you get crystal clear. So what I want you to do is, as I mentioned, it's an overarching strategy with just your offer. It's one small part of the big puzzle. If you know you're going to need help with not just this, but everything else, I want you to reach out and reply on this video. We'll get you booked in for a call. If you want this giveaway, this sheet right here, I want to give you a copy of this to help you as well, to accompany this video. Awesome. Reply worksheet, #worksheet. We'll reach out. We'll send you a copy of this document just to get you on your way. And I can't wait to help you do it. If you have any questions about this video, let me know. If you got value from this video, reply #value. I'd love to see your comments, your thoughts on the video, because I'm just here to help. It's important. So reply #value if you got value from this video. Hopefully you did. Any questions, ask them in the comments below. If you want the worksheet, reply #worksheet. I'll send it over to you. If you want to get some help and jump on a call with my team to see how we can help you with this and everything else, reply #book and we'll book you in for a call. That's it. I've got a sore throat now. I'm going to drink some tea and get some more work done. But excited to see how this can help you. So have an awesome day. Talk to you soon.